Like you come in the room, you get an ovation here. So anyway, good job. Keep it up. Follow him around. Whatever this man's doing, which is working, start doing it. Start doing it too. Setting a good example. Okay, David.
That's a good crowd today. Thank you. I have three things. I try to come up with three every time. Hey, here's the fourth thing. What about that tie, huh? Let's give Patrick some applause for that. Tie of the day. I love it. All right, let's see. There's the ADP payroll report came out. Jobs are improving. This is actually, it's very slight, but it's a trend that's going in the right direction, because what happens when people have jobs?
They have money.
They have money, and they have more confidence. They're less afraid about layoffs and losing their jobs, so they're more likely to buy homes. So this is a good thing, very good thing. People say the sky is falling and all that. You know what? May or may not fall, and actually one day it will. We just don't know when it is, but in the meantime, things are improving, so that's great. Mark this down on your calendar. April 13th, that's 2 weeks from today, we are having an open house at Royal Charter Mortgage. Get Barbara involved in that so she can promote it. Yeah, just show up and bring about 100 people with you. So that'll be great. It's going to be right after the sales meeting, or maybe a half hour after that. We'll work out the exact time later. Just save the date, right? Like when you get those postcards for somebody's wedding, it says, save the date. We don't know what time it is yet. We don't know where it's going to be, but we know we're getting married on April 13th, or having a party April 13th anyway. Okay, and the last thing is we are starting to tiptoe or dip our little toes into what's called commercial financing. May or may not apply to a lot of people in this room, but I do get calls about 4 or 5 times a year for apartments, storage facilities, office space, things like that. We aren't quite fully ramped up yet, but I'm looking for a test case. If anybody has someone buying apartments, which, by the way, is defined as 5 units or more. 1 to 4 units is residential. We've been doing that all day long. That's never been an issue. But commercial has always been a different realm. It's a different level of expertise, different types of lenders. So we do have a lender on board that will allow us to do 5 units and above. Has to be $1 million or more. So don't bring me a $500,000 or $600,000 or $700,000 apartment that's 5 units or more. Can't do it. So very limited scope.
The loan to value. Loan to value.
Value.
The loan to value.
70%. So 30% down payment. And I'm not sure if there's seller financing allowed or not. That would be great if the seller could carry part of that 30% down payment. Those are the details I'm working out. Just give me a call if somebody's shopping around that realm. I may be a viable resource for them. And the rates are good. They're in the mid 6 and 7%, which is good for commercial financing.
Is it based on the property or on the borrower's ability to?
It's a great question. It does have a minimum credit score. It requires a minimum credit score, I believe, at 620. But usually in commercial, they require cash flow of the property to be demonstrated, so it has to be something that has an existing track record. If the seller has to show us their rent rolls, tax returns, things like that, so we can verify what the income is, because they look for a return on that income for what you're paying for the property. So we'll have more coming out on that. If you have any questions about it, come see me. Bring me your buyers. And what date are you writing down on your calendars?
13th.
April 13th. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody.
And Barbara, I think you just get to show up. That's when you don't need any responsibilities of getting other people there.